everyone, welcome back to another Pick a Card reading. Today I thought we would do a what do your spirit guides have to say about you, since the last time we looked into what could people be saying about you. I thought we should take it up a notch and find out what is spirit saying about you. What are your spirit guides saying about you, your spirit family? We're going to be looking into any advice they want to give you, insight, clarity. So it's basically like messages from spirit. I'm really excited to do this one for you guys. So we have 3 selections that you could choose from. This is going to be group number 1, this Selenite Moon. This is a Sunstone Star. And this one's actually a fluorite. It's really light. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it has a really light purple hue. I love it. It reminds me of the Florida sunrises and sunsets we get over here. So yeah, take your time, take a deep breath, and see which one of these options are calling you the most. I will have the timestamps in the description box below. Feel free to pause the video if you need more time, and I'll see you at your reading. Welcome to your reading if you chose group number 1 or the Selenite Moon right here. Today we are looking into what is spirit saying about you, your spirit team, your spirit guides, those that are of the highest vibration, that work with you, that only want the best for you, and that are invested in helping you to fulfill your highest potential. So we are just going to go ahead and get right into this. I'm super excited. So let's see. What do your spirit guides say about you? This is going to be interesting. Okay, we already got 3 cards, so your spirit guides are chatty. Okay. So these are the 3 cards we have so far. This is interesting. I'm going to clarify one of these cards really quickly. And we'll get right into it. Oh, OMG, your spirit guides are so chatty. Just one more card, Spirit, please. Just one more card as clarification for the 7 of Swords, please, Spirit. Okay, so let's see. What is Spirit saying about you? So first of all, Spirit is saying that you're in a position of power. They see you working, strategizing, being very structured, being very ordered, having like a very orderly way that you get things done, that you do things. The way that you make decisions are very strategic. You're always looking out to see like what's the best move to make to maintain your position, because it does seem that you do have a position of power. But Spirit does want to call you out a little bit. Okay, so Spirit just wants you to take a step back and to assess your motives, your intentions, because it just seems to me that you're always on the lookout for like the next big opportunity, for something that is going to be successful, for something that is going to give you something, like provide some sort of material, tangible means. Now I'm hearing the ends justify the means, and you have to be really careful about that. You know, you have to be really careful with that outlook about the end justifying the means, because it seems that you could be acting a bit selfishly, or maybe potentially abuse your power a bit, or turn to cruel tactics just to achieve whatever it is that you're after, just to achieve the goal. I'm hearing the early bird gets the worm. So maybe you're like always trying to be one step ahead of the game. It does seem that you're on the lookout, and maybe the way that you're one step ahead of the game is like you're getting the information unethically. or in a way that's shady, to be a step ahead. So Spirit is definitely calling this out. They're showing me that your main priority and your main goal is like something tangible. Your goal is prosperity, to grow, to have material abundance, to just continue to improve your finances and to increase your income. And these things aren't inherently bad, but there is like a selfish tinge going on here with this energy. I do see someone that's very eyes on the prize, very motivated and determined to get what they want, even if it means that you have to turn to unethical or immoral practices or tactics to get there. And that's the part to me that's concerning. I think you're just very focused on like reaching the top, getting to the finish line, being victorious, winning. So Spirit just wants to call out the motives behind your actions and make sure that, you're not lying, that you're not denying some sort of responsibility or accountability, trying to take some sort of shortcut or use people or put people down in any way to climb that ladder and to get to the top, while you're on your way up. It seems that there is definitely a competitive energy here, a conquering type of energy. So yeah, just use this as an opportunity to shine a light on these things. We're definitely going to get more information, but this is definitely coming out because I see that you're just very interested and motivated on always making the best decision, the best choice that's going to reflect wealth and prosperity and position and all of these things. Maybe you really enjoy this position of power. You want to keep it. You want to keep winning. You want to keep leveling up. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that. If you feel that's really part of your path and your purpose and it's fulfilling to you and you're on, your dharmic journey, and that's what it consists of, is like building something from the ground up and just growing it. But there is something shady. There's like a shady energy associated with it, and Spirit is trying to highlight it. They want you to catch it, to see it, because they want you to reflect on it. So you could still do these things, but make sure that you're not like obtaining any kind of information or spying or something, or getting some kind of data that like you're not supposed to be accessing or something, or like it's not fair for you to be accessing. Make sure you're not like cheating, like cheating the system in any way to get to where you need to get to. Because as you know, nothing goes unseen, and you don't want to create unnecessary karma for yourself. Because I see that it's very possible that you're not even aware that you're doing this. It could be very subconscious. It could be like just something that's ingrained in you, the way that you were raised, how you were taught to operate, or, to do things. It's kind of like every man for himself. Maybe you think like your outlook on life is we live in a dog-eat-dog world, and like you're either gonna eat or get eaten. So I think if that resonates with you, Spirit does want you to reflect on that, to sit on that, and to rethink that. Because the way that it's causing you to move in the world is questionable. Spirit is questioning it, and they're wanting to shine a light on that. So let's get more information. What is Spirit saying about you? Let's see. So right off the bat, I'm seeing that Spirit is saying like you're not gonna get what you want this way. Like there's something here that you're not seeing. But I think that you internally, you feel some kind of discomfort, some kind of like internal conflict with the way it is that you make your decisions, that you move. This Emperor, he's holding like this chess piece. So the way that you're playing the game, there seems to be like a lack of compassion here, a lack of clarity, something that you're avoiding, that you're not seeing, that you don't want to look at maybe, but it is causing a conflict. It is causing friction here. And I think Spirit has been trying to get your attention. They've been trying to alert you, but it's almost like to no avail. Because what's going to happen is that you're not going to feel good about whatever it is that you attain, whatever it is that you succeed with, as long as these are the methods or this is the way that you're achieving it. One day you're going to have to look in the mirror and you're going to have to face yourself, and you're going to regret, the means in which you attained whatever success it is that you're after. I feel like you're going to have a judgment day, and you're not going to be happy with the way it makes you feel inside. Maybe right now you think like, whatever, I don't care. I'm going to do whatever it takes. And as long as I achieve my goals and I have what I want in the end, what I think is going to fulfill me, make me happy, be the answer, like whatever you think is going to be the answer, and it's just going to solve everything. You're going to find that that's not the case, that's not the truth, and you're actually going to be very regretful or just feel really bad inside with the way that you did things and the way you went about things and the lengths you were able to go through. You might feel like, wow, I was so evil, or I really was inconsiderate, or wow, I had tunnel vision. I wasn't seeing how it was affecting other people. Or you're going to see that you were trying to control something, like you were really trying to force something to happen too much, even if it wasn't meant for you, even if it wasn't part of your journey, part of your path. It's like you forced it, you were forcing it to be, because maybe you got way too caught up in, the illusions of life, in the Maya, of the material world. I'm hearing that song. I want the money, money and the cars, cars and the clothes, and the hoes, I suppose. I just want to be successful. I don't know I think that's what it says, but yeah, that's definitely coming through. And I think once you have all of those things, you're going to see there's still going to be an emptiness, there's still going to be a lack, and whatever you did to get there, it's it's not going to let you sleep at night. You're going to feel bad. Even if you do reach, these great heights that you're after, it's not going to feel good inside. You're going to feel empty because you never truly connected with your true purpose, with your dharma. You just went by what you thought you were supposed to do, what you were taught, maybe, whatever the case may be, or you got lost in some kind of trap, some kind of illusion. So I think Spirit is really trying to get you to a place where whatever this is that you're after, whatever goal this is that you're trying to reach, they want you to know that this isn't the answer so that it can stop controlling you. They're saying that you're distracted right now by the material world. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with building in this material world. We are here. We do need to learn how to master this material world. And we can definitely enjoy this material world and build in it and create. But we must not get consumed by it. So Spirit is really trying to get you back on track. They're trying to get you on your spiritual path. And the first steps you have to do to get on your path is to have discipline. You have to have this discipline to move your vision back to what you know is the truth. You have to not get distracted by this material world. You have to remember that whatever this is in the material world that you think is the answer, you have to know that this is not the answer. This is not it. Once you get it, all your problems are still going to be there. You're still going to feel bad inside. You're still going to feel empty. You're still going to feel insecure. You're still going to feel sad because this is not the answer. You think this is the answer, and it's just not. And Spirit is really trying to make you aware of that and trying to get you back on path. I think it's that, you're probably trying to maintain something. It seems to me like you're trying to maintain something. Maybe you have kind of a family legacy or a family business or tradition or something that is what you're trying to maintain or uphold. So it's kind of like what you were taught, what you were born into, that you had to do. For example, if you come from a family where everybody is a healthcare professional, then you think that, okay, well, my dad was a healthcare professional, my mom was a healthcare professional, my siblings all are too, so I need to do it too. I need to keep it going. and you're really trying to like live up to the family name or like play, this piece you were given. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, because I see this guy with like this little chess piece. So it's like you're just trying to be strategic. It's all based off of like logic and numbers and what appears to make the most sense. I think you're coming from wealth or like you feel the need to uphold that or something, or maybe you have some kind of inheritance that you feel that you have to manage, but it's almost like you have to use it in a different way. You have to use it in a way that's actually going to be valuable to you, because the way that you think you have to use it, or that you were told that you have to use your money or your inheritance or whatever it is that you're sitting on, whatever it is that is making you feel like you're in a power position, is not your path. It's like you're meant to break that thread. I'm hearing break the red thread, cut the red thread. It's like you're meant to cut some kind of you're meant to cut something off that seems to be generational. And you're meant to go a different way, to do something different, to initiate like a brand new energy. You're not meant to follow the blueprint that was given to you, or the outline, whatever it is that was handed to you. You're meant to go a different way. And you're meant to do something that is truly of value to you, that is going to reflect true prosperity, true abundance, true growth. They want you to have like this different beginning that is actually going to feel very fulfilling and wholesome, I'm hearing. So Spirit wants you to listen. They're definitely saying, listen, listen. Now I'm hearing the song Listen from Beyonce. So maybe that song could be significant because they want you to listen. They want you to take this advice. They don't want you to be like on some race to the top and, fight and be competitive. That's not what they want for you, because actually I'm seeing that affects you negatively. They just want you to listen. The song Listen, it says, listen to the song here in my heart, a melody I start but I can't complete. So it's like there's something inside of you that you need to tune into, that you need to listen to, that is really trying to guide you and show you the way. I think there is something very creative that you're meant to do. And it does seem to be very indulgent too. Maybe you're meant to like travel all around the world, or maybe you're meant to get married, to have a baby. I'm seeing that as well here. But most importantly, I think whatever it is that you grow and that you invest into is meant to be shared, because I think you're really going to be prosperous. Whatever this is, it's going to be very, very abundant. So it's like you're meant to have abundance, have some kind of wealth, but I think it's meant to be used like on behalf of Spirit. Like it's not just all meant for you and for you to just be selfish with it. It's meant for you to use it for the highest good of all, and to use it in a way that Spirit, that the divine would approve of. You're meant to use whatever blessings you receive to be a steward of the divine in whatever way you can be. So any material things you need to manage, you do it all on the behalf of the divine. You need to learn how to see clearly so that you can discern these adverse energies from the divine energy. And the things that you choose are a reflection of what your values are. So your function is to bring some sort of divine energy into the material world. So Spirit just wants you to know that you are kind of like off your path right now, and that you are lost right now, and that what's needed is for you to break your ego and to learn how to be of service to the divine. And the divine helps you when you're connected to your heart, when you're connected to that voice within that's pulling you, that's guiding you, not when you're forcing things to happen and making things happen and trying to be strategic and being very controlling. That's not surrendering to God's divine plan. That's you creating your own personal agenda. And they want you to use this position of power that you have, again, not just for yourself, but for God, for the divine. So it's important that you follow that call, that you follow those messages, because it's leading you where you need to go. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's leading you down confusion to your shadow, then that's where you're supposed to go. You need to walk through whatever door is open for you. This is how we trust spirit. And you have to show spirit that you trust. And all of those things, that song that we got, like the money and the cars and the hoes and the clothes, I suppose, whatever. These things are not from the divine. Remember, these are man-made things. This doesn't come from the divine. These aren't gifts from the divine. Spirit is pure. Spirit's gifts are peace and love. They want you to decide to participate in the natural order and the divine plan, and to accept your spiritual blessings that flow through that path. Spirit is telling you that the old you has to come to an end. There is like an ego death that needs to happen here for sure. I'm seeing that very, very clearly. And I'm seeing that you need to go your own way, that you're in a place right now that seems like, or you're on a path or in a place, or you were given some kind of like means, finances, something. You're in a position of power. I'm hearing power moves, like you can make power moves. The spirit wants to use this power that you have for its own aims, and it's going to bring you a destiny of healing to you, to your lineage, to the people around you. You're going to manifest healing, peace, but you have to choose that path. Man, spirit is being hard on you. I'm so sorry, but they are. They're saying that like there's a kind of disrespect here. Now they're saying like, stop being disrespectful. I don't know if this message is really uncomfortable for you to listen to, but they're saying like, try to be neutral. Try to be neutral or stay away, but don't disrespect this message that they're giving you. And they're saying, don't disrespect me either. They're saying, don't disrespect the channel and don't disrespect the message. Because like I mentioned earlier, I feel like they've been trying to communicate this message to you for a minute. And it's like you're not listening or you're not trusting in it. And all they really want you to do is to go within, to be reunited with yourself and to follow spirit, to choose to follow spirit, to choose to truly serve spirit, and to do this, you have to follow your intuitive hits. And spirit just wants you to know that this is a courtesy, that you're getting this message, that they're trying to communicate with you, that they're trying to put you back on path. They're saying this is a courtesy. They're trying to get you to connect to your own intuition, and they're trying to teach you how to interact with spirit. And that's never going to happen as long as you're in the ego space that you're in and serving your own personal agenda. So that's why they're saying, like, don't disrespect. Like, don't you dare disrespect. This is a courtesy, is kind of how they're coming across. So, man, your spirit guides just really aren't playing with you. They really aren't. They want you to see something. They want you to see something that's shady. They want you to take responsibility. They want you to take accountability. They're saying they've been trying to talk to you, to communicate to you. They're telling you you're not on the right path. It's not going to lead to fulfillment. You're being duped. They want to give you the truth, and the truth is a harsh one. It's a harsh truth. But this has to do with choice, and you have free will, so it's all on you. So yeah, this is what Spirit is saying. Let's see if we have any more messages here. Oh, okay. Now they're being nice. No, listen, Spirit is being nice no matter what, okay? Like, that's a big lesson I had to learn, is sometimes being nice, it's not the same thing as being good. We think being nice, being kind means that we're good, but sometimes, you have to hear these hard truths. And they're doing it out of love. Look at this. They're like, we just want you to come back home. We're just walking you home. We're walking you back home to yourself. They want you to come to some sort of like realignment with your heart, with yourself, with the divine, with spirit. They want you to be happy and free and love your life, They want you to trust in your intuition, to trust in them, in spirit, in the divine, and to know that you can heal, that you can do better, and that your future can be bright, and that you can live out all of your wildest dreams, all of your wishes can come true. Whatever path you're on, it's not what it seems. There's definitely like a deception going on. So you need to kind of shift perspectives here and see things differently. And I think you need to grieve something, you need to heal, you need to take some time off, rest. And in this time, you definitely need to go within. You need to navigate like your inner world, your subconscious mind, what's going on in there, so you can really see what's motivating you. What is it that you're contending with? You need to have more self-awareness so that you can become more wise. You need to look inside so that you can gain a higher perspective and become enlightened in some way. So I made my own deck. I still have some blank cards, but I think I have enough cards. This is the deck I made. So we're gonna see what comes out. I'm gonna use it. This is the first time I'm using it, actually. I think I made enough cards to use it. So although it's not completed, let's see what comes out with this deck. I'm super excited because it's the first time I'm using it, like I just said, like I just told you. So let's see, what other messages the Spirit want to tell you? Oh man, they're saying it's not personal. Don't take it personal. Oh, this one came out. My son made that one. He says, you look perfect. And middle finger up. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. And then we have secrets. And under that we have distorted. So yeah, there's something here you're not seeing. So yeah, Spirit is telling you it's not personal. You know, they have mad love for you. They love you. They're not trying to like rain on your parade, you know, or like shit on you in any way. They love you. They're doing this because they love you. And this has to do with like other influencing factors. I feel like you have a way bigger role than you think. And that's why you can't only think about yourself right now. Man, now I'm hearing that song from Taylor Swift, Mean. I just heard, you're a liar and a cheater and pathetic and mean and mean. Why you gotta be so mean? I don't know what's going on here, you guys, but just don't be that. You know? The other day I was driving and I'm like, is it so hard to be a good person? I was so sensitive. I just felt like people, you know, like you put your signal and they speed up, like no one lets you in. People are just mean. I'm like, why is it so hard for people to just be good, to just be good people? But I really don't think it's being done on purpose. I think that we're all, you know, living in a very corrupt world, and it's really not our fault the way that we were raised and the way that we were brought up and what we were exposed to and what, you know, how we learn to perceive the world and view the world. But it is our responsibility to break free and to change it and to find our freedom. And in my opinion, this is how it's done. So Spirit wants you to know that it's not personal. Spirit also wants you to know that you look perfect. So if you're having any kind of self-image issues, you don't love the way that you look, or you're feeling self-conscious, you are perfect just the way you are. And middle finger up. So I don't know, I just feel like you have stepped on a lot of toes. Like you don't care, you know, how you're affecting people, and you might be creating a lot of bad karma, or, you know, like a lot of people that just don't mess with you and that just want to flick you off, you know, want to tell you middle finger up to you because you're so competitive and you only care about winning. You don't care about who you're stepping on to get there. So there is kind of like bad blood here, like a bad energy here that you're cultivating and that you will keep in your lineage. And it's like trying to get purified. It's trying to get cleansed out. And I think like you can do that if you so choose to. But you have to choose, okay? Because you're definitely not seeing the full picture right now. There are secrets, or you're being misled. There's something you don't know. Or, you know, like the path that you're on is a path that is going to end up being full of secrets, because it's going to be things that like you don't want other people to know. So it's like you're going to have a lot of skeletons in your closet, a lot of things you just have to hold inside, a lot of things that you have to live with, and is it going to be worth it? Like, Spirit is like, is it going to be worth it to live with all of those secrets, to hold secrets, to carry secrets forever, because you are going to be too afraid for people to know the truth? Don't you just want to be at peace? You have an opportunity here to live your life in peace and to be at peace. And Spirit wants to gift that to you. They want to give that to you. But like I said, you have to choose it. But you can have a new beginning. You can self-improve. You can start again. You can make better choices, make better decisions. It's totally possible. It's not too late to turn it around. Okay, so I'm so sorry if that was difficult to hear, but these were your messages. Pile number 1. I think a lot of this could be happening like unbeknownst to you. Like, it's stuff that exists like in your subconscious, with this moon crystal that you chose. Like, it's stuff that exists, like that you do on autopilot. You don't know why you're doing it, but it's destructive, and they're trying to shine a light on it so that you can break free, so that you can become aware of it and become enlightened and see things clearly and gain wisdom from this experience and make good choices, make good decisions that align with your greater good, but with the greater good of all. So listen to the call. Spirit really is trying to put you on your true path, the path that's really going to fulfill you and make you so happy. And it looks super fun too. It looks very like adventurous. And I keep hearing that Taylor Swift song Mean, so I feel like, I don't know, that energy probably came with this middle finger up card. Someone thinks you're mean, or they will think you're mean if you continue down the path that you're on. I also want to remind you that I do personal readings as well in case you need more clarity and you would like to dive deeper into this. If you need more guidance, more direction, I got you, I'm here. I will leave my information in the description box below, and I'll be more than happy to assist you and to work with you. I truly hope these messages have served you and that you got what you needed. Remember, it's not personal. Spirit loves you. They're telling you these things because they love you, and you have so much potential and a lot to offer, and they just want to see that potential being lived up to the max, okay? So much love to you guys. Thank you so much for watching if you stuck around. And I hope to see you again in another reading. Take good care of yourselves. Bye. Welcome to your reading if you chose pile number 2 or this Sunstone Star crystal that's right here. We are going to go ahead and jump right in. The question we are asking today is, what are your spirit guides saying? So pile 1, definitely, those are the sprinklers going off outside, if you can hear that. But pile number 1 definitely has some interesting messages. So I'm really excited to see what comes through for you guys. We are asking benevolent, high vibrational spirit guides, those that are there for you, protecting you and guiding you on your journey, that are invested in your highest potential, your highest timeline for you and for those around you. We are essentially going to be getting messages from them. We already got a card, but it didn't flip, so I'm not going to take it because I haven't even set the intention just yet, but I'm already sensing some heavy-ish energies. So let's jump right in. Let's see, what are your spirit guides saying about you? Pull a couple more cards and we'll get started. So far, I'm feeling like you guys are a very resilient group, because I'm noticing this card came out again. So this is a prominent energy here for you guys. But I was saying that I was noticing some difficult energies around you guys. But despite those energies, it's like I still see you here, here, present, ready to get things done, ready to show up, ready to give to things, to make things happen, to keep this show on the road, I'm hearing. So I think you guys have definitely been through some things, And this is something that Spirit is talking about. They're talking about your resiliency and your ability to like always rise up from the ashes, and to, no matter what happens, no matter how rough things can get, your ability to not give up, to persevere, to keep it moving, to keep going, to continue, to do what you can, to figure out where you do have control, where you can take action, and to always show up and take that action. You're always trying to, just get back on track, get back on your feet, and keep things moving despite the hardship that you've been through. You stay inspired and you stay goal-oriented, and you really stay like motivated. That fire stays alive inside of you. You definitely have like this flame that's lit from within that is fueling you and is giving you power to keep going. And you are heavily tied to that fire. It's so strong, because if it hasn't gone out yet, it's not a fire that can easily be put out. So Spirit is basically just saying that they know that you're on the road to success, to manifesting something, like manifesting a new day for yourself, because you have that resiliency, because you don't give up. Spirit is saying like they can see what you're made of. And even if you're left with nothing, with no one, where others see rock bottom, you still keep like that glimmer of hope alive. You always know there's opportunities and possibilities all around you at all times. So you're definitely creating like your justice moment. The seeds that you're sowing right now, it's guaranteeing that you're going to reap something that's fair, that you deserve, that's going to bring some kind of balance to your life. So if you've experienced a lot of hardships, a lot of difficulties, the actions that you've been putting in, the actions that you've been making, you're cultivating something beautiful for yourself. You're in the process of doing that. All of these disappointments that you've had to go through, they're only making you stronger and stronger and stronger, because you've had to pick yourself back up and you've had to rise up again. And you have yet to fail to do that. So yeah, Spirit is basically just saying like how strong you are. Spirit is also saying that you cope like with your harsh reality. I don't know, like you have like a very vibrant, very vivid, active imagination that you indulge in to cope with some difficult things, that you have to go through. So maybe, let's say if you have a job and you're just super tired and exhausted from working, you can cope by daydreaming, by thinking about your dream life, or, the things you'd like to experience, the things you'd like to manifest. Just really using your imagination to like teleport yourself to another place to help you get through the difficulties of the moment and, the harsh realities of whatever it is that you are facing currently. Because deep down, you just know that there's gotta be more, now I'm hearing that song, there's gotta be more to life. I think it's by Stacey Orico. It's a super old song, but you have high hopes for the future. It's like that there's something that's meant for you. You know that you can have something great, that you can create something great. You feel it. You feel that your purpose is something great and is something happy and is something fulfilling. And you hold that vision, like you hold it with your whole heart. And it gives you comfort, like believing in something and knowing that something is going to eventually happen for you. And you're really like looking forward to those better times. Spirit does want you to take a look at what are the things that you're giving to, what are the things that you're investing into, because there might be something here that you're giving to that you need to detach away from, that isn't serving you. And I think you know this. I think you kind of have a gut feeling. We'll get more clarification about that in a bit. Let me just finish pulling these last two cards. I think there's something you're giving to, like regarding friends, family. I don't know if you're giving them time, money, energy, but it's really taking a toll on you and it's really affecting you. And I think Spirit is saying you need all of your energy. You're in a point right now where you're really building something up, so it's like you need all of the energy that you have because it's taking a lot of energy from you. So I think Spirit just wants you to be more mindful with what you give to, and to kind of like have discernment for what you have time and energy for and what you don't. Like, you have to be able to prioritize what you're going to expend your energy on, because maybe you don't like to say no to people, and I feel like if someone calls you and someone needs help and you consider these people like your friends or your family, maybe you're going to make yourself available even if you know that you can't, even if you know that you're not in a good place right now, that you're dealing with a lot, that you don't have the time, the energy, the resources to be fully available for these people, because you're working on something. You're working on making plans, on like creating a new day for yourself. So you have to be very mindful with what you put your energy into and what you take action towards. This is a time right now where you do have to be very mindful about those things. So this is definitely something that Spirit is saying, to maybe for the time being detach a little bit from these people and from being available to them. It's a time right now where you should be more focused on yourself and on your future and what you're creating, because it's going to need like a lot of your attention and intention. This isn't like a short-term process that you're in right now. I feel like this is a longer-term process that you're finding yourself in right now, and it's going to take some time, and things need to change from the way that it's been. So maybe you do have to be a little more like self-focused, or a little bit more particular, picky with your energy, with your time for the time being. But I think helping people helps you to feel better. Like, you like to be there for people. It is healing for you to be there for people. But just something about needing to be practical right now and needing to have like a more focused intention, and to know that you don't have all of the time and the energy in the world, and to be mindful about your time and your energy, because these things are very, very valuable. And I'm just seeing like almost every little piece of your energy is like it's accounted for. There's work to be done here. There's things you have to do for yourself. I'm definitely seeing that you're going to be happy doing something that's creative. You like to be of service for sure. You like to help people, to serve people. Maybe you work with youth, with kids, teenagers. You could be a healer, a counselor, or have some kinds of creative, artistic type of dream, goal that you want to manifest for yourself, that you want to work towards. And I see you like putting in that work, like whatever it is that you need to get, whatever it is that you need to have, whatever credential or experience, skill set, whatever it is, it's like, this is where you need to put all of your time, effort, focus, intention into. You need to give it a lot of power to watch this come into fruition. I just feel like you're very creative. You could also be like writing a book, just creating something very artistic. It could even be like a game, virtual reality, something having to do with like virtual reality, or even like with AI. I'm seeing characters, like you build characters, you create characters. So I don't know if you're writing a book or creating a script or creating a game with characters, or you draw, I'm not sure, but there's like something having to do with that. Or it could be like makeup too, like maybe you get into role play, or you dress up, or you're very expressive with your makeup, or you want to be like a makeup artist or some kind of stylist. And I'm definitely seeing that you have an intensity. So it's almost like whatever you focus on and whatever it is that you want, you can manifest it, you can create it, because you can direct so much energy into your vision that it's just like things start aligning for you. Things just start coming alive, and you just start finding yourself at the right place at the right time. But Spirit definitely wants to see you like being more practical. I think you have the vision. It's like you have the vision down. You know what you want. You're super creative. You're very connected to like your passion, energy. You're very inspired to do something. I feel like you daydream about it all of the time. You know that this is something that can be a possibility for you, something that you can step into, that you can create for yourself, that you can, be fully enthralled in and be living out, something you can live out. It's like you can make it, you can get there. You believe in it, There's definitely like a strong belief. It's like you have everything that you need, but there's a disconnect in the actions that you're taking, what you're giving to. There's something that you do need to assess when it comes to like what you're giving to, because of course we do need to stay optimistic and we need to believe in ourselves and we need to hold the vision, but there are also practical steps that need to be taken, and I think that's the part where you might struggle, how to prioritize your energy, what to give to, who to give to, because you seem to be a very giving, loving person, so it's like there's a need to prioritize. You can't do it all. Well, you can do it all, just not all at once. So I think you need to find more balance as it pertains to what you're giving to. So let's get more advice there. Yeah, there's something that you need to hold back on. There's something you're giving to, or you're spending money on, or you're just spending time, energy, that you kind of like need to be more picky about, selfish about, even hold tight to. Maybe you need to budget your money right now, or maybe you just need to pull away. You can't give how you've been giving. Something needs to stop. Like you need to be able to hold yourself back and not give to something. But for whatever reason, I feel like this is so hard for you to do, because I think like you like being there for people, or you like having a good time. Maybe you like to go out. Like maybe you like going out for dinner or going out for drinks or just hanging out, having a good time, being around friends and family. But something about it isn't serving you. And they're telling you that it would be best if you were to hold yourself back and not give in to certain things. It's like you're giving into things you shouldn't be giving into, because I just really think there's no room for you to be giving to it. I think this definitely has to do with relationships, you guys. Maybe you're like a hopeless romantic and it's easy for you to connect with people maybe, and you love it, and it's really easy to invest, your time, your energy, your resources to others, and to be in relationships. Maybe you hop from relationship to relationship because you love love, but I think you might be trusting the wrong people. It always ends up maybe being like a fantasy or an illusion, like you idealize people too much, and then it's, not the true reality. So that's why it always ends up in a heartbreak or in feeling betrayed or having like a harsh ending. But despite, all of these relationship woes, it's like you don't give up. You don't ever give up. It's like, and you have hope that you will find your person, like your forever person, that you will eventually be able to experience a healthy, reciprocal give and take relationship. And I think you're always willing, with each of these relationships that you've been in, you're always willing to be reciprocal and to see the best in someone and to believe the best in someone, to believe that they are really as great as they seem. It's like you always give the people the benefit of the doubt. You always see the best in people, the good in people. You see their potential and you believe that they're going to live up to their potential, because maybe this is how you show up in relationships. But there's something about that needs to change. Spirit is definitely saying that you need to hold yourself back a bit, detach, because I think you're learning that just because you give to other people so freely and so openly doesn't mean that they're going to do the same for you. And maybe that was like the belief that you had, like, well, as long as I show up in this way, then it's going to be reciprocated. And I think this is something that you're learning, because I think you're always the one in the position giving more than the other person. And it drains you of your energy. And Spirit wants you to learn from these situations and to, instead of giving to other people, to start giving to yourself, to start investing in yourself, to use all of your energy, your time, and put it into yourself, into your dreams, and to be able to build that discernment too for who it's appropriate to give to and who isn't. Because I think you've experienced your fair share of people taking and like sucking you dry and just kind of being energy vampires. And I feel like you are heartbroken, you know, like this has broken your heart and this has hurt you, but you're so strong and you keep giving people chances even when it's not smart or you shouldn't or you're just not in the position to. And there is something that's imbalanced about that. And Spirit wants you to learn this lesson. We have Saturn in Libra here, and Saturn exalts in Libra. It means we learn like our hardest lessons through relationships. So I feel, you know, if you reflect on the relationships you've been in, you'll see yourself very clearly. You'll see like the kind of person that you are by the way that you behave in relationships and handle relationships. But Spirit wants you to get stronger within yourself, because maybe there is like a codependency here or too much of a willingness to give to others, which is a beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful thing. You're so loving, you're so giving. You care about the people that you're in relationship with, no matter what, whether it's family, friends, romantic. You care about giving to those relationships, investing in those relationships, nurturing those relationships. But I just don't think you've ever gotten to a place where it's been fair, you know, where you're getting your fair share back in return. I feel like you get drained and used, you know, like your good nature gets taken advantage of. And this is what Spirit is saying. This is what they want to point out to you. You have to be careful like what people want from you, especially if you have money or if you have something that's fully developed, you know, like you have a home that's paid off, or you have something that you grew, that you cultivated, some kind of success. You have to be careful that people aren't after something that you have. Because again, I think that you assume the best in people, but Spirit is saying that you make unwise choices when it comes to like who you're giving to and what you're giving to. They want you to pull back, to pull away, and to like stop giving so freely and to restrict yourself. And they want you to build your strength up, your self-belief, your courage, your confidence, to build yourself up in some way instead of like supporting and building others up, to redirect that energy into yourself. They want you to be able to say no, to focus on yourself, to have boundaries, to pull away, to cut people off even, to not let people so close to you. They definitely want you to have a self-focus, to focus on yourself and to just like invest fully on yourself during this period, because it's necessary, because it's needed. Maybe you need to become more independent. Maybe you're really used to having a lot of people around you, but it's like not serving you right now. You need to be able to rely on yourself, to count on yourself, to meet your own needs. And yeah, it's just, you know, they're saying like it'll be very beneficial for you during this time to just be very independent. Because I just think there's something that you're rebuilding here. There's something that you need to commit yourself to and that you're rebuilding here. It's like you're at the start of a journey, like a longer term journey, and you need all of your own resources and all of your own energy and time. You need to put it into what you're doing, into your journey. There's like no space or no room for anything else right now. You have to really make yourself unavailable right now to people that maybe like really count on you, rely on you. You know, I feel like it's people that like know like, oh, pile number 2 always picks up the tab. Let me see if they're available for lunch. You know what I mean? Like it's like they know that there's benefits to hanging out with you or to calling you, because you have stuff to offer, you have stuff to give, but you're just not in the position right now. Let's see if there's anything else Spirit would like to say. Spirit wants you to plan. And I do see that you are planning, but they just want you to keep planning, to keep setting your eyes on expanding, you know, expanding your horizons, on getting out of where you currently are. Finding your power, finding your strength, your confidence to know that you can handle whatever comes your way. You can handle being alone. You can handle depending on yourself. You can get by alone. yeah, I think you have a hard time being alone, you know? So maybe like you give people free rides just for the company, like just to have their company. And Spirit wants to, you know, shine a light on that, because not only is that not good for you, but it's not good for, you know, the people that are coming along for the ride with you, you know, because they also need to learn how to do their own thing and make it on their own and depend on themselves and all of that. So it's like you have to learn how to build healthy connections, healthy relationships. You have to learn how to discern, you know, what's good for you, what's not, when you're able to give to someone, when you're free, when you're available, and when you simply aren't. Right now seems like a time that you aren't, that you should be alone, independent, looking inward, focused on cultivating your life, your dreams. Also a time to look within, look inside yourself to see, you know, what are some things you could improve within yourself, you know, to become more self-aware of your patterns and to become more aware of like where it is that you go wrong. Where is it that things get burdensome, where things reach a rock bottom? Because I feel like you give until you reach a rock bottom. So it's like having discernment to know when to stop. You know, it's like you just keep going, you just keep giving it, even if you know that it's draining you or sucking you dry. So it's like you need to have a discernment to know when it's time to let go or when it's time to stop, to cut something off, to not give, to not be available. Definitely something about that. Something about that is imbalanced. And you need to become aware of like where this is, like where is this imbalance, where is this pattern? Like that you can invite, you know, true love, true connection that's going to be equal, happy. But first you need to like cultivate that strength within yourself so that you can find your equal, your match that has also done that same work and is on your level, you know? So you can experience just a different experience. And so that you can like be more in control of yourself, because I see that you really are already like goal oriented. You're very ambitious, but you need to learn how to be more practical, how to be more grounded, how to, you know, have priorities, have boundaries, and not let like your codependent nature come up and take over. Because I think you are someone that is very magnetic, like you draw in a lot of people to yourself. So that's why you have to be picky, you have to be particular, like you can't give to everyone. And that's what Spirit is saying. I think this is definitely a lesson that you're learning at this time. So let's see, I'm going to pull cards from my homemade oracle deck. I'm really excited to use these. I actually haven't finished the deck, but I made enough cards where I think I can use them. So let's see what comes out for you guys. Let's see. We got words matter. So yeah, words matter. That means like you have to be mindful of the words that you speak, the things that you say, the things that you promise. Also like gossip energy. We got secrets. So, you know, just watch your words, be more mindful about what you say. You know, say what you mean what you say. Don't say something and then back out, like, or don't be too afraid to say something, like express yourself and use your words, your speech for the highest good, you know, to have very clear communication and not to use it like for nonsense, you know, like to talk down on other people, that sort of thing. And then we have secrets. So, yeah, I don't know. And with guilty too, and I love you. And that fell like right on the Four of Wands. I think you're gonna find someone, you're gonna come across like a happy relationship that's going to be very prosperous. But it's like you can't align to it in the energy that you're in. We have cleanse your energy at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, because I feel like you draw in a lot of energy vampires. You draw in people that have a lot of secrets, people that are not well intentioned, that are guilty, that lie, that put on a show, put on a facade, that don't tell you the whole truth, people that just flat out lie to you. So I think, Spirit is telling you to watch what people say. What people say matters, like what people talk about matters. It shows you a lot about, where their head is at, if they're fabricating things. So just be very mindful with the words that people say to you, with what you say to people, with lies. If you catch somebody in a lie one time, that's a red flag. That person probably is in a habit of lying, or maybe you need to be the one to not keep secrets. So, take it how it resonates. In healthy relationships, we should be able to not have to tell secrets, just to keep the other person interested or to keep others around. We should be able to be fully transparent, fully vulnerable, to be ourselves, to be open. But there is a shady energy, and, these are the energies maybe that you let in, and Spirit wants you to stop letting in these energies towards you. And they also want you to cleanse your energy. So that means take a spiritual bath, or a saltwater bath or shower, or get into a habit of saging your house, or opening the windows, opening the doors, just to get the energy moving and flowing in your space. Consider wearing protective crystals, bracelets. All of the dark colored ones are very protective, like black tourmaline, onyx, smoky quartz. Selenite too is very cleansing. So those are just a few ways that you can cleanse your energy. I think you are meant to experience a grand love, a beautiful love. You're meant to have that. A very prosperous union, marriage. It's definitely in the cards for you, but there's something that needs to change, particularly with what you give to, who you give to, how you make yourself available, when you make yourself available, making yourself available to just all kinds of people, because you don't like to be alone, because you like to have company. You need to learn how to be alone and how to cleanse all of this corrupt energy out of here. I'm hearing the song Daylight by Taylor Swift, so you might want to give that a listen. I'm hearing particularly the part that says, everyone looked worse in the light. So it's if you're really honest with yourself, you'll see everyone is just shady, you know what I mean? The people maybe that you've engaged with, they're liars, they're guilty, they're not honest, they're not transparent, they're not good-natured people with good intentions, they have bad intentions. And I think that you can really see the truth of that if you start analyzing words and what people say. I think people will show themselves to you in that way. Spirit just wants you to learn how to see it. So yeah, you're definitely learning a huge lesson here as it pertains to relationships. But the good news is that I do see that you have a beautiful love, divine love, waiting for you on the other side of all of this. So definitely reflect on who it is that you get attracted to. Why might you be attracted to these people? Because if you're attracted to these people, and these are the people that you're letting in, these are the people that you're aligning with, the people that you're getting into relationships with, that you're letting around you in your space, then that should show you something about you. So yeah, lots of reflection that needs to go on here, and big lessons that need to be learned for sure. But you're on path, and you definitely have this flame that's lit, that wants the best, and that knows that it can have it. So keep that fire alive, hold that intention, and it will be so. Okay, pile number 2. These were your messages. I truly hope that this message has served you. I want to remind you that I do personal readings as well. If you would like to dive deeper into your specific situation, I'm here for you. I will leave my information in the description below. If you're interested, I'd love to connect. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time. Bye. Hey guys, welcome to your reading if you chose this Fluorite Cloud right here. Today we're looking into what your spirit guides are saying about you. We're going to get insights, advice, and just kind of get their perspective, their take on things. And I mean, what better take is there? So we are going to go ahead and get started right away. I'm going to jump right in to these messages. Let's see. What does Spirit have to say about you? Pile number 3. We got a bit more cards than usual to start off. And I don't know if I've specified yet, but we are asking Spirit, your spirit guides, those that are benevolent, high vibrational, that want you to fulfill your highest potential and, that are guiding the way for you. These are the ones that we're hearing from today. Okay, so what they're saying is they see you in a really confident light. I feel like your spirit guides are seeing you feel very confident, feel very stable, happy, and proud about the work that you do. And it seems that the work that you do is also being observed, noticed, appreciated. So they're seeing you kind of have a small win here. And they're definitely seeing you happy about it. They're seeing you celebrating something, feeling like you've reached some sort of milestone, and just feeling very carefree, very happy, playful. You might be dancing a lot, just getting lost in movement, and just enjoying life. Maybe you have been attending festivals or concerts, parties. You have been or you're going to. But yeah, Spirit is definitely talking about you kind of celebrating, being in celebration mode. And whatever it is that you're celebrating, I see that it's definitely really well deserved, if anything, I see that for you to get this small win, whatever this is that you're happy about, that you're celebrating, it took so much hard work. You've been through a lot. This wasn't an easy climb by any means. Spirit is seeing that you really worked hard for this. It was a long, hard journey, but you made it up until this point. And not only have you made it, but you are strong. I see you sturdy, willing, confident, ready, It's a very determined energy. It doesn't care, how hard it's been. This energy that you're showing up in and that your spirit guides are talking about and acknowledging within you, it's a heavy, I'm not giving up. I'm here to do the thing, I'm here to do the damn thing. It's just an energy that it's really hard to demotivate you. You're just so ready to go despite everything you've been through to get to this point. I know it's been a tiring journey. It's been exhausting. You're exhausted. And even under those conditions, you're determined to continue. And yeah, Spirit is just they're just seeing you have a major win here. Even if it is just a small win, it feels major. It feels like a breakthrough. It feels like you're entering a new phase, a new stage in one way or another. I'm getting Cinderella, that story. How hard it was for her, she had nothing. She didn't have support, love. She wasn't being treated fairly. She wasn't getting her fair share. It was a lot of pain, a lot of burden. But even under those conditions, she persevered, She never gave in to hatred, being evil. She stayed pure. And because of that, she was blessed in the ending. I don't necessarily agree with, Prince Charming coming to save the day. A lot of those old school Disney princess movies definitely, I think, affected the way that we view and perceive love. It was definitely a toxic narrative, in my opinion, what they were feeding to little girls, but that really has nothing to do with this reading. It's just an analogy, a story I was getting. It's someone that really had to work really, really hard for what they have. Even if it's a little something, it's not a big deal. It's someone that really has to work so hard to get blessed. But then the blessings that they do receive are some of the best ones. That has to do with home, finding something that's stable, secure, being able to build that for yourself, like planting roots, it being a very strong foundation that's going to be very long-term and long-lasting and stable. So yeah, it's just giving that vibe of like finally getting blessed, finally experiencing something different, something better than what you've had to endure in the past. And this could also be like very internal, so maybe it's how you feel about something, having a breakthrough and finally being able to see something in a different way, being able to release something, release whatever you had, shame, guilt, fear. It's like reaching a new level where you just feel so good and so free and just so happy and so proud, so confident. It's just being in a really good place. But I am seeing heightened intuition. There's definitely an upgrading of skills here, reaching a new level as it pertains to something like a skill set. If there's something that you do, or it could just even be your position at work. It's like you're unlocking something, you're getting better at something, and it's just coming through so naturally. It's just like flowing through you, coming through you. And I'm also seeing a lot of communication. It's like finally just feeling ready to communicate or to move, just to invite movement into your life. I am getting a lot of communication. Like if there's something that you've been needing to say, needing to express, I see you being able to do so. And it seems like it's moving pretty quickly. Like whatever this is that you need to communicate, whatever it is that you need to say, it's like it's gonna fly out. It's gonna rush out. It's like there's no hesitation. I'm seeing a lot of movement, a lot of action. So this, like I said, could be communication, speaking, expressing, saying something. It could be traveling, moving somewhere, or just going somewhere really just out of nowhere, or just like really suddenly. It's almost like not thinking twice about anything and just like speaking or going somewhere, running somewhere, taking the next flight, something like that. It's like just getting this sudden urge to do something and then just not thinking twice and just doing it. Maybe you've gained so much more trust in yourself that now it's like whenever you think it's time for you to act or to speak or to do something, you're just gonna do it. You're just gonna not think twice about it, because whatever action you're taking, whatever you're saying, wherever you're going, whatever you're communicating, it seems to be very divinely led, very divinely guided. It's something that's flowing through you, and it's like you're so sure of it. You trust it so much that it's just like you're moving full force with whatever this is, This is such a good energy. I love this energy. It's so vibrant and it's strong and it's sturdy. Like I can't help but to notice how strong and stable and sturdy it is. It's reliable, It's like it holds so much weight because it's an energy that understands like long-term process. This is an energy that took the long way. And so, it has a lot of tenacity, a lot of grit. It doesn't take things for granted. And it's just so cool because I just see you having like a win. I see you having a win. I see you like going from feeling empty, alone, having nothing, being in a state of lack, not having enough, having to really have to work your way out of that hole. And you did it, you did it. And I do see you receiving like a blessing here, something that you're happy about, you're proud about, that is being seen, is being noticed, and that you're celebrating. So congratulations. I feel like you so deserve it. And I really do hope that, you're entering your winning streak and that it just keeps getting better for you, because I know you really deserve it. It's like an energy that doesn't get led astray. It's a very good energy. And it's very responsible, and it takes accountability, and it's very restrictive over like all the right things. And I know that's not like a really easy way to be. So when I see this energy, when I pick up on it, I have to give it props. I love this energy. I admire this energy and have so much respect for it. And Spirit sees you. This is what Spirit says about you. They see it too. And this is just more acknowledgement for you, because I feel like you're already getting it, and this is just more of that for you. So let's see, let's keep going. What does Spirit say about my beautiful pile number 3s? Let's see. What else is Spirit saying about you? Okay. So Spirit does want to talk about work and what you're doing as it pertains to like something that you're working on, something that you're building, creating, potentially with other people. It's definitely a creative project. It looks like a creative project to me. So it could be something spiritual. It could also have to do with children. You could be a teacher or a caretaker of some kind or work with children in some way. But I do see some stress here. I'm seeing that, Spirit is saying that you have a lot of options. It seems to be that you feel unsure, maybe, about something that you're working on having to do with kids. Maybe you're feeling like you can't be creative, like your ideas are too out there or people aren't really seeing your vision. It's only something that you can understand, that you can see. So I'm feeling that there's a group or something that you're working in that feels like you aren't really understood or you don't really feel a part of the group in some way. And Spirit is telling you that you have options. So definitely look into your options. I'm hearing like if something doesn't exist, you create it. So if there's something like that you feel like, oh, I wish this existed, if only something like this existed, well then create it. That's what Spirit is saying. Like the things that you creatively think about or that you dream about, daydream about, that just makes sense, instead of feeling like, man, why doesn't something like this exist, or I just wish something like this could exist. I would definitely join, or I would definitely try that, or I would definitely sign my kids up for it, something like this. It's like you have an idea that you've dreamed up, and I don't know, I feel like Spirit is telling you to do it yourself, to make it happen. You have the resources, the opportunities, I don't know, like you just have options. You have a lot of resources or like things at your disposal to not only like create something, but to see it prosper, like to see it reach its fullest potential, to watch it grow. It's definitely something creative, and it's something that just comes from within you, like it comes from your heart, it just comes from inside of you. What is this Five of Swords? I just want to... Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, okay. Yeah, so whatever you're doing now for work, or like the schedule you have, the routine, it's not serving you. Like they're saying something needs to change here in regards to the work that you're doing. There's other ways that you could be doing it. This is so interesting. I'm seeing like something needs a complete reboot, something needs a total shift, a change. If you're finding that something isn't working out, it's because like the foundation isn't right. Something about the foundation not being right, and you have to see outside of the box. You have to start again, potentially needing to move in a different direction or just take a different approach. So just take this how it resonates, because I imagine it's going to resonate differently for each of you. But it could be like you need a whole new job altogether. Maybe it's that you are better off working alone. That's another possibility. It could be that what you're doing isn't, what defines your happiness, and that you can make like your creative dream, you can make it happen, moving from something traditional to something completely your own. like creating something. So it could be, either of those messages. Take it how it resonates, but something needs to shift completely. It just needs to completely change here as it pertains to something that you're working on, a creative project, something that you're really putting in a lot of time, effort, dedication, something you're growing, and that, like requires a lot of focus and, because you have to be very detail oriented. It's something that you're working on, something that you're building. So just take a step back if you're feeling a little bit confused or overwhelmed at all. Just take a step back to reflect, to try to see things from a new perspective, see things from different angles, to just broaden your perspective and potentially, have your light bulb moment, have your aha moment. And once you get that moment, like once you have that vision to see something, then I feel like you can put those things into motion, put those things into practice. And I really don't think it's going to happen right away. Obviously, like success, it's one step at a time, a little each day. So it doesn't seem like something that's just going to be like from one day to the next. It seems like something that's going to take time. But you totally look like the type of person that is fine with that understands that knows that, and that isn't looking for a shortcut, But it's definitely like aligning you on a path of good fortune and luck and success and abundance over time. But again, Spirit is saying like you have so many choices, you have so many options, you have so many different ways you can go. And I know like when you have so many choices and options, it's hard to choose. You know what I mean? Like when it's not like one clear door that's open, so you walk through it. It's like there's so many doors that are open, and that can just make us confused. Like, well, what do I do? I can do this or I can do that, or what's the best choice? So first of all, that's a great problem to have. I'm hearing, you probably have a lot of skills, you have a lot of things that you can dip into, but Spirit is definitely telling you that there's one in particular that feels right, that feels really good for you, that feels natural, that feels at peace. You feel very peaceful doing it. And I don't know, I feel like you are someone that's meant to like work by yourself. I think you do good being alone and being in your own energy. It's like when you're the most at peace. So it's like you like working alone. So maybe that's a clue for some of you. But the biggest clue is just to follow your heart, basically. I know it sounds so cliche, but just follow your heart. It's like you know what you love. You know what makes you happy. It's saying like what makes you happy like you were a kid, what lights you up, like it's like what brings you that joy, what just lights up your heart. Because there is a need to make a choice here. You do have to choose something. It's funny because it's like, I just said you do have to choose something, and it's almost like Spirit is correcting me, and they're like, no, you just have to fall into the flow. It's not even that you choose it, it's that it's what aligns, it's what naturally aligns. You fall into the flow, and the way that you fall into the flow is by following your heart, listening to your heart, getting still, getting quiet, and trusting whatever that is and moving in that direction. And whatever it is that your heart is leading you towards, it's so like comfortable and calm and peaceful. So it could be something like a teacher, some kind of spiritual leader, it could be a therapist, some kind of mediator even, something like that, that requires you to have to be very compassionate, very caring, warm, generous, and just someone that, provides a lot of serenity, healing, comfort. And again, maybe this has to do with kids because I am seeing children imagery here. So yeah, there's just something like in the day-to-day routine, like I'm hearing the devil's in the details. I'm not even sure like what that means exactly, but something about details. There's something in the routine that you need to figure out in the details. You're just confused and unsure, but you'll get it. Set that intention out to get the guidance that you need to navigate this space and to work this out. So if you can, if you're in the position to, Spirit is definitely advising you to take a step back, to like meditate on it, slow down, to try to get some insight. And most importantly, to follow your intuition, to really trust yourself and trust your heart, where your heart is pulling you, and to go in that direction and to take it full force, to make it happen, Really trust in yourself, because it looks like it's something that's going to be very successful for you. It's very heart-led, it's very emotional. That's what's going to provide you stability. Okay, so let's check out my homemade oracle deck. It's not fully completed yet, but this has been like the most exciting part for me because, these are homemade. So I was just seeing like how they would fit in, and they're fitting in pretty nicely. I like them so far. So I'm excited to finish the deck. Let's see what this one says. It fell flipped. Words matter. I think we got that one already. For another one. They are repeating. And then we have middle finger up. What is going on here? It's so funny that when I'm talking about my oracle deck, none of these cards are matching the reading. And I'm like, what? Oh my goodness. Okay. It says more time, and well, that was unexpected. That's exactly how I'm feeling right now. Okay, what is this saying to us? They're trying to bring up some kind of like heartbreaking situation here. Something broke your heart, but I feel like you did a good job moving away from it. You know what I mean? It's like you knew how to take a loss with grace, basically. Because we got the Como la Flor song. It's a Selena song. And yeah, that's what that song is about. It's saying, that their love was like a flower. It was beautiful, but then it died, and that it hurts her so much, but that she only wishes him the best, So yeah, I feel like if this situation is resonating for you, it's something that's coming up. I'm seeing that there's secrets regarding the situation. There's things that you don't know about the situation. And there is some bitterness too. I don't know where it's coming from, but there's some bitterness here. Someone may be holding resentment. And it's also saying that words matter. So maybe like pay attention to what's being said, or be careful with what you say. I don't know. I feel like there's gossip energy here. Like someone is talking, like quietly, and I don't know. I really don't know why this came out, but it did. And just give it more time. I feel like things are gonna come out about this if you just give it more time. What is this about? I'm like, it's so funny that that was unexpected because it's so true. I'm so like, I feel like that caught me off guard because it just didn't match at all, I feel, with the tarot. So the oracle cards just had like its own story. And I cleansed them, I cleansed them before the reading. So that's why I don't want to question them. I don't want to question spirit. So I'm just going to trust that they were meant to come out. But I want to get some clarifiers here for this energy. So I want to see, like, what is this middle finger up? I just feel like there's bitterness here. Like there was a breakup, something ended, and someone feels bitter. Like someone feels salty. And I don't know. They might be talking mess, secretly. So let's get some clarifiers for these cards here. Yeah, I feel like this is happening in a friends group. It could be a friends group that you left, that you have taken a break from. I just feel like there's people talking about you, and maybe you know about it. Maybe this is resonating for you and you know about it, and you're resting, you're recovering from it. And also be mindful of your words, Make sure that you're always mindful of what you say, because words matter. So always, communicate as clearly as you can, as honestly as you can. I feel just like it's saying like to be compassionate, because also you never know what other people are going through. So maybe people were not careful with their words to you and it hurt you. But it's also saying like it could be that you're in a position right now where you need to be careful with your words, because the people around you could be very fragile. So it's just saying to be very mindful of your words or the words that are being spoken. But yeah, I just feel like there is some saltiness or some discord here, but I feel like it's a secret. I feel like it's under wraps, it's undercover, like there's stuff that's being said. Yeah, I feel like it's going to come to the light eventually. That's why I'm saying more time. This is like reiterating that more time energy. It's just saying like hold back, it'll come out or something. And it's saying like that the situation, whatever it is that you're grieving, that hurt, that was like a heartbreak. It's saying like you're going to see it clearly eventually. Like right now you still don't see it clearly. And you're going to get clarity and you're going to be able to move on from this. If this is something that you've been stuck on, like a heartbreak that's been lingering, definitely I feel like something's going to be coming out. You're going to be seeing the truth about something. It's going to be getting revealed in time. And they're kind of saying, Spirit is kind of saying like, I know that you were upset about this, but it's like you dodged a bullet, or like you're going to be glad, like you're going to see it like a blessing. The situation one day, you're going to see it like, oh, this was a blessing, instead of feeling heartbroken about it. And, you're going to be happy that it's in the past. And yeah, detox, yeah. And, it's also saying that you're going to be able to like move on from this situation. You're going to heal, you're going to move on. It might sting, but just know that you're totally valid to feel how you feel. If you're feeling like upset or something about what it is that you find out, words matter, so people need to be mindful with those and be responsible with their words. So this is just a call to be those things, or, it's a validation of like why you could potentially be feeling hurt. Like you're valid in feeling hurt because words matter. And I just feel like there's some shady stuff being said about you. And it could be, unfortunately, within like a group, like a group, like a friends group is what I'm trying to say. Like a friends group, or just people talking about it amongst each other. And they're secretly talking crap, And I feel like this is all going to come out. And you're going to be clean of this. You're finally going to be clean of this. You're finally going to be able to let go. I'm hearing that Taylor Swift song, Clean. So yeah, that definitely took an unexpected turn there. But, I'm not going to question it. Again, I'm not going to question what wants to come out. I feel like I want to keep pulling from my deck. Just to see, just one more. I'm curious to see what comes out for you guys. What's the Spirit say? One more card. I've been too kind. Yeah, I feel like you've been too kind. And then we have see my perspective. So I feel like someone might want you to see their perspective. The Spirit feels like you've been too kind. You've been too kind to somebody or to a group of people, and that they're not nice. I feel like they have secrets. They're talking bad about you. You either know about it already or it's gonna come out. But just, consider this a blessing. Consider this people showing you who they are, what they're made of, so that you can comfortably exit, like out of their lives, and so that you can have clarity about this and leave this in the past. Spirit is saying that, you're gonna be able to see their perspective on things. You're gonna have the higher perspective soon. So just wait it out. Pure. Okay, I'm just like seeing what else is there. All right, you guys, that's it. I'm gonna stop there. These were your messages. I truly hope that served you. I'd like to remind you that I also offer personal readings if you would like to dive deeper into your specific situation, because these are general messages that we're getting here. So if you would like to have a reading done specifically for you, I would love to do that for you. I would love to connect. I'll leave my information in the description box below. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you got something useful and meaningful out of this reading. I hope to see you around at another reading. And until next time, bye.